fight in recent times. You're really not ready for this work. She said it's natural. She don't have to. It's not even like talking about fighting. Sometimes people just be into it on them. And I love boxing. It's one of my favorite sports.
Acting indifferent while keeping abreast of Papoose's activities is the one thing Remy Ma will do. Why is this woman unable to stop watching Papoose and his new girlfriend, Claressa Shields, even though she is apparently moving on and seeking a new partner? Let's face it, these two are totally irreconcilable. When Remy and Claressa got into a heated argument on social media a few months ago, dragging each other through the gutter over Papoose, it became evident that they were at odds. Things have taken a crazy turn because everyone thought Remy would be the one to formally distance herself from the situation. Papoose and Remy appear to remain in touch despite his public spat with his new girlfriend. He is said to be proposing to Claressa any moment now, and Remy is not taking it well. She ended their relationship abruptly once more. Let's dissect the drama between Remy and Papoose, as fans are still in shock about how their romance ended. They used to be one of the most stable couples in hip-hop, and if anyone was going to succeed, it was them. But take a look at where we are right now. Remy's whole love story is falling apart in the public glare. And both parties have made grave claims of cheating. How did we arrive here? Let's reclaim it. Papoose's ability to keep it together and make their bond seem unbreakable was something that fans couldn't help but admire. But let's face it, in this business, loyalty is more uncommon than a unicorn. So what Papo did for Remy was like something from a Hollywood fairy tale. Many believed that Remy Ma's relationship was over when he was imprisoned in 2008 for allegedly shooting someone. Papoose, however, remained by Remy's side and even got married to her while she was still incarcerated, even though she had more than 6 years left on her sentence.
After all these years that Remy Ma and Papoose finally done call it quits, that man got sick of her. Like, ma'am, I sat here all this time and waited on you as a man. Because you know that's what women do. That's what women would wait on you. But a man, after you got sentenced, matter of fact, before you even got sentenced, men move on. And they be having about 5, 6, 7, 10 women lined up a week. But this man waited on you while you was locked up. They wouldn't let you out. And I'm talking about he got him a little thunder. Sis is young, pretty. She got her own thing going on, so it ain't like it's one of these little fans or nothing, baby. You up against something. Yeah. And you hurt. Now, you probably was the one in the relationship that was the abusive one. You probably was mental abuse. That man probably was real chill mode. You probably did him real dirty behind closed doors. And he stuck in the paint and stayed with you while you did him dirty. But now it's over with, baby. Karma is something else. Yeah, karma. Matter of fact, it ain't even karma. It's just that man know his worth and he leaving you where you stand at. Back there. Yeah, ain't no more us. Baby, take that ring off. Take it off, baby, take it off.
Papoose remained steadfast for years, demonstrating his love for Remy Ma in a way that earned him the title of hip-hop icon. However, it appears that Papoose may have been lying to the public all along, especially now that Remy is coming up with allegations that he cheated on her during her entire sentence. We hear about some rapper getting dragged into drama, scandalized, or exposed for cheating every other week.
They said that Pap came home one day and was talking to Claressa Shields and fell asleep on the phone.
Yeah, so Remy
explained
how
that.
we got here was her taking this conversation and putting it online though. So y'all said so pretty much that's where we got.
But what is the receipts? Is the receipts that at the same time she's allegedly with Easy that he was with Claressa and lying about it? Is that what she's alluding to?
But let's travel back in time. Papoose was waiting for Remy with open arms, prepared to assist her in acclimating to life outside of jail when she eventually left those gates. As they established their lives together, their bond grew even more solid. And in 2018, they were celebrating the birth of their daughter. even though Papoose had 3 children of his own and Remy already had a kid from a prior relationship. They blended their families together in a way that demonstrated to the world how strong their love was. That's what we all thought. Anyway, by 2023, there were reports that Remy was having an affair with battle rapper Easy the Block Captain, which put their marriage in danger of disintegrating. Their formerly strong romance appeared to be in jeopardy, but the drama didn't end there. It turned into a full-fledged brawl. Rumor has it that Papoose ran into Easy at a business function, and he wasn't going to overlook it. However, this is where things became even more bizarre. As everyone familiar with battle rap knows, there is no compassion, no rules, and no holding back when Remy and Easy team up for a high-stakes rap fight gig. Easy took the microphone in the midst of a heated argument and shocked everyone by accusing Remy of cheating on Papoose with him. All of a sudden, everything exploded.
I don't give a fuck if you just till you stop screwing the business. If you found out you was in the help, that could really ruin your image. We're talking Barack and Michelle, Pap and Rim. It's us. Y'all the poster child symbol for black.
It felt more like an open secret, as if everyone in the battle rap world had previously been muttering about it, than a shocking accusation. By the way, Geechee Gotti dropped that bombshell. But the world watched as Gotti was the first to say it aloud in front of cameras on stage. He went all out, attacking Remy and exposing her for supposedly cheating on Papoose after he had held her down for years. He didn't just drop the accusation and go on. This was a verbal assault rather than merely an accusation. Nobody anticipated it being that genuine, so the audience exploded in gasps and yells, with many leaping from their chairs. Gotti made sure everyone in the room felt that she had betrayed him, not just that she had. He criticized Papoose for remaining faithful despite everything, including her whole jail term, her highs and lows, and her hardships, only for her to do this.
He showed admiration to tell the world how he think this woman the greatest. That nigga held you down in prison for 6 years.
The most startling aspect of it all, though, without even attempting to refute it, Easy effectively confirmed it. No attempts to clear his name, no calling cops, no clapback. Papoose wasn't going to sit around and mope about his heartbreak. After all those years of loyalty and devotion, he severed all communication as soon as he learned of Remy's suspected adultery. There would be no more back and forth, drama, or second chances. There was a rumor that he was done with her, but rather than waste time harboring resentment, Papoose quickly moved anand. You know who he ended up with? Claressa Shields, the world-renowned boxing champion. Yes, you heard correctly. In addition to ending a long-term marriage, Papoose entered a relationship with one of the world's most influential athletes. Remy initially pretended that she was unconcerned, that she had moved on, and that she was unaffected by his new relationship. However, behind the scenes, the story was completely different.
What really gets on my nerve, that grinds my gears. Grinds so bad. Is that when y'all think I give a fuck? Listen to me. I do not give a about so much. And then it kills me when y'all think that because I respond, I give a. I don't give a. I be bored responding, needing something to do. I done worked out 2 hours straight. The rest of my day is free. I'm on an all fruit damn detox. I don't give. I'm bored. Don't ever think that because I responded to you that I care, because I don't give a fuck about you, about her, about him. I don't about nothing. That's the truth. That's the truth.
But this is the point at which things become quite heated. With Papoose's relationship with Claressa becoming more serious, There are rumors that Remy isn't taking the situation well. Rumor has it that she is acting irrationally, making disparaging remarks, and spinning out of control. The most outrageous aspect. If it comes to that, she has been implying that she is prepared to throw hands, pretending that she is prepared to defend what she still considers to be hers. Let's face it though, choosing a battle with a boxing world champion. That might cause Remy to reconsider her entire strategy.
I strongly believe that sometimes people need to fight it out. Because talking doesn't do it. Sometimes you can talk. Like in certain situations, you could talk to a person. You express how you feel. They express how they feel. Y'all come to a mutual agreement that y'all either don't agree or, you might start seeing it from another person's point of view. When it gets to the level, or when you're dealing with people that, like, sometimes how I used to be, I don't even want to hear that. I don't give a fuck how you feel. I don't care what you thought. What's up? What we doing? And that's where I come in. She said, you may have a fight in recent times. You're really not ready for this work. She said, it's natural. She don't have to. It's not even like talking about fighting. Sometimes people be needing fucking hands put on them, though. And I love boxing. It's one of my favorite sports.
We all thought Remy would just let this go and go on, but she wasn't done yet. A few days ago, she went really crazy on Instagram about Papoose and Claressa Shields, and she brought receipts with her. Let me tell you, according to Remy, Claressa allegedly sent Papoose some dirty text messages. Since it sounds a lot like Claressa, let's dissect it. One of the messages read, "You take accountability. You were the one who was married. If you can't sleep with me in person or over the phone, it shouldn't be a big deal to let me know you made it home safely, or that you fell asleep in the Sprinter." Remy took her request for Papoose to be honest with her as fodder and made a crude joke about Claressa over the phone. Papoose's stupid self fell asleep on the phone with Claressa Shields while lying in my house, and he won't go. This girl is supposed to be a world champion boxer, but she hung up as soon as she heard me. Now I'm telling everything, and you're not alone, baby girl. She didn't stop there, though. She also said that for too long, Claressa Shields and her repentant public relations team had been disseminating untrue material about her every day in an attempt to paint her in a negative light while portraying him as God's gift. I pleaded with Pap to say something to stop the narrative, but he persisted. "But don't worry, I saw everything, and now the world is going to see it too because you are so tough," Remy stated. Adding that Papoose allegedly informed her, "I would never mess with her because she is ugly. Stay quiet, that's the best thing to do." Unfortunately, Remy wasn't done yet, and the internet was now on fire. She further said that, "I know you hate the internet games, but you need to do something today about this girl. My PR team is going to lose it when they see it." Claressa allegedly threw up Papoose's phone in a frenzy. "You got your other phone yet?" Claressa allegedly asked before the film's December 25th release. "I can't be up here exposing her." She then allegedly added, "Don't worry, I'm not worrying about whatever she writes or says in her tale. It's time for some much-needed background." The last thing Claressa needs is to be entangled in a scandal involving a man who is still legally married, especially since she is a world-class boxing champion, and her life story is being filmed on December 25th. Now that Remy is disclosing all of her personal information, believe me, she isn't holding back. This is especially true. Poops, you're a dummy. Hey, Miss Shields, he followed your advice, but not. She wrote, slamming Claressa and Papoose. Remy went on, "The same man I had never disrespected in 17 years was planning to have me arrested before. I screenshotted your entire conversation. He was working with one of his side chicks to ruin me, and the same woman could have used my platform to expose you." She wasn't done though. "Hey," she said, "I received all your pics and messages from chicks while I was away, and you were holding me down. He was going to say that he wrote my rhymes, so if anything private leaks about me, just know it was him because he threatened that as well." Remy then published other texts. this time showing Clarissa apparently begging Papoose for the bear. Minimum, as if that wasn't nasty enough. One of the messages read, "I'm not happy, but okay, I'll stop. I don't want to add to your already existing stress, so I'll simply stop talking since you're not listening." A different message said, "Although being honest is always the best course of action, I do appreciate it. You must do what you think is best. I'll keep quiet." However, the truth was revealed when Clarissa expressed dissatisfaction at not receiving what she required from Papoose, saying, "I ask for gifts. I'm expressing that I appreciate flowers and that I want time set aside for myself. I'm tripping and unsure of how to feel, so I'm just lying here feeling foolish." What about Remy? Yes, she did take that as a chance to ridicule Clarissa's diligence. Miss Shields, hello. Remy delivered the final punch. "I am a one-boyfriend woman, just like I was a one-husband woman, and I'm a good woman at that. That's why men can't just walk away from me. Oh, and let's be honest, he's never going to buy you anything because he thinks he's the prize. He's a taker, not a giver, especially since I'm the one with the bag. I am aware that you said you felt stupid, but you also looked stupid when Remy called Papoose Papabroy and made fun of Clarissa at the same time. That must have been the last straw, because Papoose eventually commented on social media, labeling Remy a narcissist after going weeks without saying anything. Unfortunately, Remy is a narcissist who has cheated on me multiple times. Now that I've moved on, she's playing the victim. I've asked for a divorce multiple times, but instead of dealing with this like adults, she would rather chase clout on social media," he stated. He went on, "I didn't want to do this internet foolishness for the sake of my 6-year-old daughter who still has to go to school. I said nothing during this whole ordeal, but now you won't stop. Let me be clear, I would never get someone arrested. That's simply another lie, and it's easily verifiable that you were the one who lied to the police about what happened in front of the house." Then he spoke about Remy's alleged affair with Easy, the block captain. "While I was at home with my daughter last Christmas, this is where Remy was. Now that I've moved on, she's angry and making up lies. I told her we could divorce like adults, but she refused because I wouldn't lie and say I didn't knock this chump out. And I still have messages from her pleading with me to lie about it. This is pathetic. He slept with my wife. So yeah, I knocked him out not because of the affair, but because he shook my hand, and then slept with my wife. That's why I put him to sleep. And Remy, she woke him up and took him home with her for 4 days. This is a complete mess." Remy, however, refused to give Papoose the final say. "All you do is lie so you can look okay in the background. Regardless of anything, I am always with my baby on any important day," she shot back, swiftly dispelling his accusation that she had left their daughter behind on Christmas. Let's stop there, because if that's the case, Papoose wasn't just waiting. He wanted this to be a messy, public show. She went on to reveal that Papoose had been attempting to divorce her in secret for years but had refused until there was a public outcry. Following that, Remy said, "You know, I'm not the social media type, and you use that against me, Jess, like you use the morals I have because of my upbringing and my so-called gangster girl image. You try to set me up by filming me saying things like, 'Oh, not Remy Ma calling the police for help.' You're a snitch. You're a rat. Call your brothers. Call Joe." She went on to disclose even more, saying that Papoose had tried to keep her away from her loved ones. She said that he secretly hated her battle rap league and was jealous of her success, saying, "You were angry that I was helping other rappers instead of just helping you." She then put a stop to the knockout rumor. "I'm so sick of this fake knockout story. Everybody heard what you did. You pushed away my family, my friends, everyone who ever had my back. And my stupid self was out here defending you, telling them, no, don't say anything about the real you." Then came the most shocking allegation. "My security knows what really happened. They saw you run out, but the worst part, you went behind my back, feeding false narratives to my own battle rappers. Paying for information to spin a false story to the public? Then you forced me to go to the awards with you and act like everything was fine just because you were jealous of how I was treated. Remy Ma went on to make even more grave accusations, saying that Papoose had touched her. She wrote on the internet, "You played with the police." Just when you thought this drama couldn't get worse, here we are. This is a whole new level of seriousness because, up until now, our messy split has been about cheating, manipulation, and lies. But now I have to tell the truth. Pap, you forgot the pool was never finished being remodeled because you attacked me in the garage and the workers called the police to get you off me. I'm not making anything up. There's audio and video. Keep lying. And honestly, their marriage had been in danger for years. Even though they had been posing as the perfect black love couple, everyone was duped by them. However, everything is now collapsing in the most tumultuous and visible way, and things worsened. Before Claressa began playing with Papoose, Remy disclosed that she and Claressa were genuinely cool. She also sent me screenshots of Claressa, and here is Papoose's strange girlfriend wishing me a happy new year. A few days before all this woman was actually coming to me for advice on how to flaunt her body. Created a monster. I can't believe a 45-year-old woman is crashing out like this. Clown behavior, Claressa said in response to being dragged for weeks. Remy replied, "I'm not 45 yet, but you're 29, and let's just say this, you're not aging like wine. But I'm not your enemy. I told your boyfriend to buy you flowers and gifts, but guess what? He didn't answer any of his phones because he was with his colleague girl this week." Not when she revealed that Papoose had already cheated on Claressa. Claressa, however, was not going to accept that. "I'm not a chick you can bully. You're bitter and mad, and you're making yourself look stupid." "Just stop it," she said, accusing Remy of making up texts to cause a fight. Claressa Shields versus Remy Ma. Come have your behind whipped. Crash out was her direct challenge, which was the next stage, not the blow being delivered. However, Remy was nowhere to be seen when February 2nd arrived and passed. To be honest, that wasn't shocking. Claressa has boxing and mixed martial arts training. Before she could have even thrown a punch, she would have ruined Remy. Remy appears to be quite committed to his new connection, even if he says he is done with Papoose. Rumor has it that Papoose is preparing to pop the question to Claressa. In a nutshell, Remy is unhappy. Her relationship with Easy, the block captain, is also not going well, which exacerbates the situation. He is allegedly already having affairs with other women, and truthfully, should not come as a shock. You lose them the way you gain them. Let's face it, Papoose, meanwhile, isn't wasting any time. He's not hiding his new romance, and he's already ring shopping. In any case, Claressa is proudly standing by his side and declaring that she is prepared to become his wife. In
Yeah, that's why I said I love him. I love having his support, you know what I'm saying? His support is like very, very different from what I've had in the past, and how you speak to me and stuff is very different. There you go. We deserve each other. But I don't know, it's not one of those things. I was like, I want to keep him all to myself.
At this point, Remy is most likely crying, throwing up, and doubting every choice she has ever made because, let's face it, she lost a man who had been her rock for years and watched him move on with a world champion boxer who is prepared to marry him. Now that her relationship is failing, she is forced to battle with a skilled fighter. It's evident that she fumbled the bag. Now though, I'd like to hear from you. Is this retaliation, or do you think Papoose and Claressa are genuinely in love? And will this ever be forgotten by Remy? Please leave your comments, click like, and remember to subscribe for more updates. To stay up to date, watch the following video.